So hello, this is part 2 of Steve Ritchie's backstory to Home is Where the Art Is. There was 3 of us, and it didn't take long before Vicky got knocked out, and then there was 2 of us. And just me and Dawn were to battle it out and make something. I had my post idea, I had an octopus. I had an internal idea, so they didn't like it outside for some reason. I was going to centre on this thing and have an octopus climbing up this lamp. I thought that would cover me back. So I had an octopus in my mind, obviously. I've done a little drawing. I've made a post in my workshop. And I'm off. I found all my bits, some of which, as you know, I found locally. I found a hook locally, well, about a mile inland. And I had some chain from Faversham, and I had some box material. Now this box material, I could totally replace the wooden post if I wanted to. But what I decided to do, well, I couldn't because the post wasn't long enough for a start. And I wasn't going to go buy out some material. So I was going to chop this up and make it sort of an underwater scene going on. I thought it would make it also easier for chopping out the section. But to get my structure going, I had a round ball. I had some 12mm bar left over from a job. And I had this chain. So I'm having a little fiddle with all the limbs. You've got 8 limbs to mess about with. And if you can make a triangle, any type of triangle, it's a very strong structure. And of course, as you know, or may not know, that the angle of this was also determined by the angle of the steps that they had. So again, if they didn't want this on the lean-to, then guess what? I was going to use it as for the steps. Oh, I meant to mention Tony last time. Tony was an important character that just when I'm starting to doubt myself, that I realised that being dyslexic shouldn't hold you back. So Tony was a great help on that line. I've also got my nuts and bolts out as well, so I now chunks my chunks up. I want to drill some holes through this timber. I want to hold it all together. Haven't totally worked out the story yet, but I realised I've got some limbs going on already, and I thought it was quite important to, like I say, get this triangulation going. In the background at the moment, I've got a dragon. Now, this was a bit of a side project, as much as I wanted to know how to finish it. So, was I going to galvanise? Was I going to zinc plate? So I had a dragon left over, and I was getting that ready to be sent off to the zinc platers as well. So a bit of an experiment going on in the background. But anyway, back to Mr. Octopus. Now it'd been quite nice to have added a few more characters into it. Yes, I've got the seahorses. I'd like to have had a little crab. Now I did see a little crab in the house, and I did mean to ask whether I could pinch it and use it in the sculpture, but I basically forgot, and thought I'd make a crab, and then I thought I was pushing it on the time. So no, I cracked on with the main design. Now the limbs aren't set in any particular way, but I'm making this triangulation thing, so the top one's starting to get fixed, the bottom one's starting to get fixed, and I kind of know that I can do anything with the middle I want. And I want the chain to be reacting with everything as well, so there's a real action scene going on. And you feel like there's some motion going on, because, you know, it still is a very inanimate object. It looks pretty stiff and sturdy, and to want to make it move, yeah, an octopus has that sort of feel. It's squirming about a bit. Right, so here I am. You might see me with a bit of cardboard and stuff, and they're my little templates. So I use them to be able to cut steel out, some steel sheet out with my plasma cutter. Then I'm welding it around the outsides, and I'm bashing it to death to get the shapes I want. This is a really quick process. This is my development in the first day, so you can kind of see what's going on. As I said before, I could have used up the design 750, just drawing it up and designing this. But I'm beyond that. I'm in a place where I feel that a metal guy, your local metal guy, could make you an octopus, a quite reasonable octopus, for 750 quid. Okay, it might be more because he might have to go and buy the materials. And if I get any more orders for octopuses, I'm going to have to start buying materials. I can't find the scrap quick enough. So here I am. It's going quite well. What's motivating me is I know that my girlfriend's going to turn up tonight, and I want to show her exactly what I can really do in a day when I'm really pushed to it. And that's what I got done in a day. So really quite pleased with what's going on there. Some real good shapes going on there. I know I've got to dismantle this thing and cut the thing and make a body, so there's a lot more to do here. Anyway, going back to Vicky, the lady who got knocked out. Now she's got a little, it's called the Little Gallery in Broadstairs, just look it up. She's having a reopening on the 1st of August, and it'll probably be the first chance for the public to see her work that she submitted and some of my work, including this octopus. So get yourselves down there, get yourselves down the Broadstairs. Lots of social distancing, but you'll be able to see all the work through the window. It's a lovely place, Broadstairs, and particularly for you there locals. So here we are, folks. It's coming together. Yeah, I think I'm getting a bit of a story going. Haven't quite worked out where I'm going to put my kettle yet, but that's still to be worked out. And I'm getting all my clamps up, so I'm going to be ready for the following day. That's enough for me. Yeah, happy with that. Thank you very much. One last glance. What am I doing now? I'm just messing about with the camera, really. And I don't know why I do these things. It's the end of the day. Most people go home by now, but I have to mess about. Oh, and the other thing I've done during the day was outside. I needed an outside area. I needed a bit more space. I made some. Yeah. We can now work outside. So our summer gazebo has now turned into our winter wonderland of sculpture. Ta-da! Thank you very much. Thank you. And yeah, of course, the film crew turned up. So I needed a nice clean workshop, nice tidy space. And so next time, work out what that lady's got to do with this story. Work out why at the last minute I changed the colour and you didn't get to see it on telly looking like this. Which was a great shame. I kind of got it right first time. And I did that daft thing where you doubt yourself, or you just make a little mistake and you want to touch that in and then you have to touch that bit in and it all goes wrong. But anyway, thank you very much for listening to the story. That was part 2. I'm just putting together part 3. So please subscribe and hit that bell and do all those other wonderful things that internet people do. And keep the faith. Thank you very much for listening. This is Steve Ritchie signing off. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Cheers. Bye.